Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you. Another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, you folks, I'm playing a video series of videos I've been doing for the while now where I go over there and try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, and folks, I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff that, at the time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie, I'm a little bit hesitant about this one, but we'll get into that in a second. I'm inside the truck. I'm going to try some stuff. I'm going to go on about it. I'm just going to go on about it. Before I even go on about it, I'm going to go on about my shirt. Because, folks, I'm wearing a cool shirt. When I wear a cool shirt, I like to highlight the shirt. What cool shirt am I wearing today, folks? You tell me. Wild Arms Stew. Wild Arms 2 shirt. Oh, no, my headphones. Yes, indeed, folks. Wild Arms 2. It is it's a JRPG for the PlayStation 1. I absolutely adore the Wild Arms series. Most of the Wild Arms series. Some of the Wild Arms series. First 3 games are stellar. Love all of them. 4th game. No thank you. I can't even listen to the soundtrack. Despite the fact that it's a great soundtrack, because all it does is just drum up bad memories for me. Skip the 4th one if you decide to get into the series. It's just not... It has its fans, to be fair. I'm not one of them. 5 is good, though. 5, it's not as good as the first 3, but they got around back to it. Then there was Crossfire, which was the PSP game. That one, not that great either. But anyway, Wild Arms 2 is my personal favorite. That's why I have a shirt of it. But anyway, what am I trying for y'all today, folks? Why am I hesitant about it? Well, folks, we're doing... Boom! It is... Let's see the thing. It is Go Good Bisque. This is soup in a can. And it's made by Coca-Cola. I found this at an FYE, which even finding an FYE has become increasingly difficult to do. But if you're not familiar, they're like a physical media store. They sell CDs and DVDs and stuff like that. They also do resale stuff. They've kind of managed to survive, as far as I can tell, by just sort of branding themselves as like a heavy nerd kind of, spot that you can grab stuff. And they have a lot of like Japanese stuff. So I go in there every now and again, go try to find some interesting stuff. It's actually where I got the Mountain Dew Violet, which was an early review I did. Go watch that one. I have an entire Mountain Dew playlist called Mountain Dew Madness. Go watch all of them. So when I saw this, I was like, all right, I got to be down on this. Then I went over there and I did some research on it and everything, because I was like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. I guess, like I said, this is a thing from Coca-Cola Japan, where they just have little soup in cans. Okay, I mean, I'm not opposed to the idea. I like soup. I'm a big fan of soup. I don't think I've ever had it in can format. I don't know that I've ever wanted it in can format. And yet it exists. This was also apparently distributed by Japan Crate, so this was a crate item. Now, all that said, there's 2 things that have to be mentioned. Number 1, apparently, this Bisque thing shares the name of a character in a yaoi manga. If you're not familiar with what that is, you probably don't need to Google that. But if you want to, I'm not your dad. Just... That doesn't have anything to do with this, I don't think. Might, but I don't know. The other thing is... That says 2021. It's 2023. And no, I have not had this in my fridge for 2 fucking years. I got this recently. So I didn't think to check. Why would I check? I should have checked. So the question is, do I drink the poison shrimp bisque? Sure. Folks, if you are a food reviewer on YouTube and you don't occasionally try some potentially expired stuff, are you even a food reviewer on YouTube? I contend that you are not. So let's have some expired soup in a can from Coca-Cola. That's a sentence I just said. Now, if it smells too funky, we ain't doing it. We ain't doing it. honestly, it just smells like soup. Maybe this will be okay. I think I'm going to be okay. Because here's the thing. On the one hand, it is soup in a can. But on the other hand, it's produced by Coca-Cola. So it's entirely possible that no natural ingredients were used in this whatsoever. I don't think this is like actual soup. This is probably soup-flavored Coca-Cola that they used their alchemy to create. I mean, it's not good in the sense of like being a good tasting soup, but it's not bad. It even manages to actually have sort of a bisque taste to it. Yeah. The shrimp aspect, I mean, obviously there's no shrimp in this. I fucking hope not. So it's probably a shrimp flavoring, probably the same kind of stuff they do for, like the bowls of ramen and stuff. It's probably the least, like the tomato aspect and the bisque aspect are definitely the most prominent flavors. There's sort of a hint of shrimp throughout. Yeah, like just kind of, I would say like 3/4 of the way through, you get sort of a little hit of shrimp, and it's definitely the stuff that they use for like the Maruchan and stuff like that when you get like the shrimp flavored ones. Because it has that taste to it where like, yeah, it's kind of shrimpish, but then it also doesn't taste, not only does it not taste quite like shrimp, it has a little bit of a weird kind of aftertaste. That's what that is. Hopefully it's not just, terrible rot that's going to fester inside me. There's no way. With all the fucking stuff I do for this show, there's no way this thing's going to take me out. Yeah, man, I mean, it's a weird concept. I don't know that it needs to exist, but, I mean, I suppose if you're a Japanese citizen on the go, they're, typically they work a lot of hours and stuff like that. Maybe this is your lunch. That could work. I mean, it kind of works. It's not, for what it is, it's not bad. It's just, it's not good either. It's good in the sense that if I needed soup in a can. Now, the question is, did I need soup in a can? Nope. No, I didn't. There's a lot of other things that I could have had for a lunch besides soup in a can. Soup in a can? Soup in a can. Oh, if only Justin Timberlake were here. He'd get that reference. Plus, it'd be a hell of a boost to my subscriber count. Ain't no two ways about that. Yeah, so, I mean, it tastes like soup. Like, it mostly just tastes like kind of a tomato soup. With just sort of a hint of sort of faux shrimp kind of seafood taste to it. You know what? I mean, you go out, I'm not saying to do this. Pour this out, put it in the microwave, let it warm up, put a grilled cheese sandwich with it. That's not a terrible lunch. It's not a terrible lunch. I was expecting this, well, first of all, I was expecting this to probably kill me, which it still may do. But I was expecting this to be pretty revolting, but it's not. Two questions have to be asked, folks. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? The only way I would ever get this again was if I got it again, and I don't even know how available it is, okay? They might have discontinued this shit for all I know. The only way I would get this again would be to get one that's in date to go over there and compare and contrast. Now, they actually have other flavors. I don't have any of those. I would be willing to try them as long as they're in date. But just as a general product, no, because again, I don't have a need for it. I don't feel like it's a terrible product, amazingly, but if I'm going to do soup, I just want to do proper soup. I don't need this. But it doesn't need to exist, but that it does, and that it's actually okay for what it is, sure, why not? Would I recommend it? I mean, if it's in date, you can try it. I would make sure you double check the bottom of the thing. That's all I'm saying. I don't think you'll love it, but it's a thing that you can try, and then you'll have tried it, and you'll become a member of the exclusive club, and we'll go over there and meet out in the woods once a year and perform soup in can related rituals. But anyway, 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of the week, monumental rest of the month, stupendous rest of your year. Folks, you can go over there and have yourselves a truly proper bisque soup rest of your life. Go get your soup from a can. I mean, granted, yeah, there's like Campbell's and all that, so that clearly comes in cans also. But you know what I mean, damn it. And even in that case, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not knocking that stuff. I eat it occasionally, but get yourself some real soup. Real soup is awesome. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity in the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But we can't do it all the time. I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, I just went over there and drank some potentially expired Japanese Coca-Cola soup in a can for y'all. I kind of did it for me. I would have probably tried it anyway. But I did. The very least you can do for me today is to try not to be an asshole. Just go out of the window. I don't care whenever you're watching this. Just go over there and just be like, you know what? If Brandon can go over there and try some potentially expired Japanese Coca-Cola soup in a can, I can try to be a little bit nicer to people. That's all I'm saying. But if you fail, it's okay. It happens to the best of us. I know. I'm the best of us, clearly. Take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Folks, very final thing. Do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Maybe you're going to watch this video, folks, and maybe you're going to be inspired. But not to go over there and create more soup in cans. No. Maybe the idea of this, that this exists, will have robbed you entirely of your sanity. And now, the only thing you can do to get it back is to can the entire world. So you go over there and you go off into the mountains and you use all of your insanity and resources to develop a giant mountain-sized canning machine that begins to walk and just can along the way. It's like a Junji Ito freaking novel, except, you know, not as well written, and, you know, I don't have artwork to go with it. And it just goes across the land, canning people and canning things. Now you canned houses, canned cat, canned neighbors, the whole thing. Until eventually, there will be nothing left. And in that society will be the only way that canned soup makes any goddamn sense. Or conversely, just get yourself some real soup. Bye.